barely hear me. Come on now. How about now? Okay, good. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Demon's Souls. Last time, when we left off, I had just finished off the Tower Knight Archstone, killed the Penetrator boss, and now we're ready. Good lord, my mic can't make up its mind. It's either super loud or very not. Anyway, like I said, I have heard that this is the very toughest stage in the entire game. But the reports that I have heard have been of mixed reliability going through this game. I heard virtually nothing about the Man-Eater that turned out to be incredibly hard. The old hero was supposed to be easy, and I had a lot of trouble with him. So, we'll see. I suppose that's always the bottom line. We shall see. I want fire spray on for fighting depraved ones and whatnot. My recollection is that they're weak to fire. Well, this just looks super pleasant. Alright, there's our first depraved one. I remember them. I see you all down there. There's 3 royal lotuses. Alright, we can't roll inside the water. That seems important. I think we can roll from solid ground to speed things up a little. Boy, there are a lot of these things. Nobody else seems actively aggroed right now. There's a treasure over there. I see it. Poisoned. Okay, so if we're in the water too long, we end up poisoned. We can fight that pretty effectively with my regenerator's ring. There's a regenerator's ring. Speaking of, a Mirdan hammer. Alright, we need to get out of the water. For a minute anyway. Does poison last forever if I don't use a lotus? That's the other thing I don't know. No, it'll eventually wear off. The question is, will it wear off fast enough? This I don't know. Royal Lotus will get rid of it. I'm just going to get it back. That's why I'm hesitant to use this unless I have no choice. It's outpacing my... I was about to say, it's outpacing my regeneration. We're in trouble. But then, there we go. Alright, I can wait it out. I just need to be pretty careful. Oh, those are leeches from the Leechmonger. I was trying to figure out just what the nastiness actually was. We're almost good. Let's roll. I think the idea is don't stand in the water. I'm going to force a save here because that wasn't the treasure I was expecting to find. I think there's more stuff further in. There's a storied hero soul. Need to stay on top of these things. Whoa! That was a respawn, is what that was. Don't tell me it wasn't. Royal Lotus, kind of what I figured. Well, that's good. They actually have a level of farmability here. Seems necessary, frankly. I want to get the lotuses they're leaving behind. Soldier's Lotus and Royal Lotus. It can't actually be impossible to clear them out, can it? This game hasn't rolled that way before. Royal Lotus and Soldier's Lotus. It's good. I'm going to use a Lotus here. And I'm going to regenerate for a minute. I think I cleared out the jellies. Got thirsty. Excuse me. It seems like we're okay. I'm going to force a save right quick, and I'm going to get another drink. I'll be right back. Seems I was right. Both about the ability to actually clear out the jellies and that we were safe-ish. Alright. Let's roll. We got a lot of treasure to find out here in the swamp. And we want to keep hugging this wall here for now. We'll find another storied hero soul. Excuse me. And if we keep on keeping on, we should find a legendary hero's, a legendary soldier soul. And more jellies. That's alright, can handle them. Alright, this should be the legendary warrior soul. Oh, it's just a storied warrior soul. That was close. Get on this one. Okay, good. We're out of the water. Let's cure our poison. And let's do some regenerating. I think that's actually the island I want to be on. And thankfully we were able to get to it. There's an unknown hero soul. Alright, I'm going to pause here and regenerate. Can see our next. I think we've done a pretty solid job of jelly hunting. I think that all those treasures we can see out in the distance we need to go after and get ready. I can see why people don't like this level. It's not bad so far, but it mandates item use, and if I wasn't a ranged attacker, oh man, this would be painful. I see it. Alright, here we go. Next. That's a shard of sucker stone. And that's a war scythe. Alright, well, I messed up the roll. That's okay. That's a dark moon grass. There's 11 crescent moon grass. What have we here? A broken sword. Let's get back to an island and let's... I need to look at the war scythe and the broken sword. Oh boy, that's a black phantom. Not ready, not ready. I'm not up for a black phantom, no sir. Not under current conditions. Alright. Let's force the save, and now let's look at the stuff we found. A broken sword. A straight sword with a broken blade, completely covered in rust with blood stuck to the blade. Its sharpness is negligible. A Mirdan hammer, a pole weapon with a hard protrusion. Pole weapons can mow down many targets in a single blow, but are difficult to handle and require both strength and dexterity to use. Murd, now long lost, is the name of the area where the first temples were built. So this area holds a special meaning. This weapon holds a special meaning amongst priests. War scythe, a pole weapon used for slash attacks. Pole weapons can mow down many targets in a single blow, but are difficult to handle and require both strength and dexterity to use. Alright, we waited out the poison successfully. That's good. I don't think we've seen anything else new. We'll just wait on regeneration, thank you very much. And then I will plot how to fight the Black Phantom. Alright, well there's that. So we have one more treasure to find over that direction. And of course we have that Black Phantom to fight as well. Which could be big trouble. That's the other treasure off there to the left. You can see the Phantom's footsteps before the Phantom itself renders. That's pretty wild. There it is. This is going to be tough. Yep, figured. Well, that was, simply put, not a tenable strategy. I'm going to try Soul Ray instead of Fire Spray. I'm going to get my spice ready, just because I feel like we might be able to stagger it if we smack it with Soul Ray. Keep it back from us that way, because I don't see a way to get it into the water, or out of the water. What the heck? Oh, there are jellies over here. Of course. Eat shit. Three chunks of faint stone and 2 stones of ephemeral eyes. Well, that is awesome. That actually wasn't all that bad. Just had to change tactics. Alright, now I do want to go get the, I think this over here should be the cat ring, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the cat's ring. Very good. I want to go over here next. We'll probably have to use some more heals, but that's okay. We'll read about the cat ring when our next little expedition is over. That's a pure sucker stone. That's 2 chunks of sucker stone. I see more jellies. That's 6 black turpentine. I don't know that I've seen black turpentine before, so we'll read about that too. We'll pause here to heal up. Slightly worried about the jellies, but we don't quite seem to be in their range. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I didn't think I was in the water. Alright, well, let's go on a jelly hunt then. I see another body over there. And we're freakishly close to a fog door. There's an unknown hero soul. There's 3 royal lotuses. I want to heal up. I'm not where I wanted to be. I'm gonna get back to that last island. Or near to it. That looks like a body. Let's go get it. And then I need to pause. I'm not going to end the episode. I'm just going to get to an island, regenerate, pause the recording, and we'll come back after that. Whatever this is still goodies. There's the legendary soldier's soul I was looking for earlier. Okay, neat. Alright, that's everything I know we needed to find out here. Let's get back to dry land. Let's wait some things out. Because where I want to get to is the, that island the depraved one ran off of, where we could see the giant one. Let's head that direction. Which I think was over here-ish. And then over there-ish. Alright, I'm going to regenerate a bit here. While we're regenerating, let's look at our new goodies. What did we find that I have not seen before? Black turpentine. Natural resin collected from a black pine tree. Apply it to the right-hand weapon to cover it in fire. The flame is much stronger compared to regular turpentine, though it does not last as long. Cannot be applied to wooden weapons. Okay. I know we haven't found pure sucker stone before. Rare pure sucker stone enhances curved swords, katanas, and so on. An ore that applies a strong bloodletting effect to a weapon. Weapons can be strengthened by sucker stones up to a maximum level of 5. And chunk of faint stone. A chunk of cold, holy ore that shines dimly. Enhances straight swords, axes, hammers, and so on. The faint stone's power will also cause the user of a weapon blessed with it to slowly regenerate HP. Weapons can be strengthened by faint stones up to a maximum level of 5. And then what was the other one? The cat ring. Right. Cat's ring. A simple ring engraved with the seal of a cat. It decreases damage when falling from high places. However, if you fall from too high a perch, you will die in the usual way. Well, I feel like you probably open up a lot of, like, shortcuts and secrets with that one. Alright. Kind of going about the business of regenerating MP as we get over to that big island. Approaching the fog door. So here, I know exactly where I am, I know exactly where I want to go. I've found everything I want to find out in the water. So I'm going to force a save and pause the recording here. I'm going to regenerate my health and magic off screen, and you will just see a slight hiccup in the video. See you soon. Alright everybody, well hopefully for you, as advertised, that was just a little jump cut. It's been a few hours for me. We are back and we are ready for business. Alright, so the giant one has spotted me. But I got him. I believe on this island there are 3 others, something like that. Oh, but I already killed a bunch of them because I baited them off from the other direction, didn't I? Alright, well. Let's take the plank bridge to the fog door, but I'm inclined to wait out our poison here. If you'll indulge me. I think we're done mucking around in the water. I hope so. At least for a little while. I can go back to my ring of magical sharpness, if so, which would be grand. Not that the enemies have been too tough. Everything here is very weak to fire. Which... just killed a mosquito in real life. I believe we fight giant mosquitoes on the other side of this fog door in the game. Game imitates life, life imitates game. Alright, thank you for your patience with the regeneration. I think this is the last stage I have to do. That's not quite true. The King's Tower in World 1 is a real stage, complete with a mini-boss in the form of a blue dragon. But apart from that, I think, in Worlds 3 and 4, and after the Dirty Colossus 5, I believe it's largely just, let's just go knock off four more bosses after the rest of this stage. Let's be clear. We may have more swamp water to deal with yet. I don't actually know. I do know my health regenerates quickly, and that makes me happy. Alright, there it is. Let's force a save. Let's go through the door. Wow, yeah, the giant mosquitoes are incredibly weak to fire. Depraved ones go down pretty easy, too. I think I see items down there. So, off we go. So we'll be back here later on when we have pure white world tendency. There's another thief ring on this island. If we go further still, I believe that one has dark moon grass. And there's a shard of marrow stone. Now I'm left wondering how to get back up. I think right now I might just literally be on the other side of that wall from earlier. It's pretty hard to really tell. It sure is what it looks like. We're going the other way this time. Aha, I knew I heard another one. Let's get to this island, if we can. Try and hold there and recover, because this poison is about to wear off. This might even actually be the spot where we picked up the grass earlier, which would be hilarious. I think it is. Alright, so I don't know if we can get back up there or not. I mean, we're going to look, but what I can say for sure is that the only thing we're missing up there No, it's not even... I don't think there's anything at all along the plank in the original version. They put a grass jelly up there in the remake, but grass jelly doesn't exist in the original. Other than that, we're missing, I think, killing a few depraved ones, and that should literally be it. So I'm not terribly compelled by that, if you're not. Let's see what else we can find, of course. Gonna save here. One of those very brief, very beautiful moments of not poisoned. I definitely should have kept my eyes open and come here to recover instead. Oh well. Okay, so up there, we have missed, I think, 5 depraved ones total along the plank, and that last body has 2 more black pine resin on it. My understanding. Here come more giant mosquitoes. For whatever they're worth. Not much. Oh, but they're dropping items. Shards of marrow stone. Not sure if I've seen marrow stone. Yeah, I have. Very thin, sharp pointed ore. Alright. Let's move along. I like that for once I'm not being forced into the water. Hey, slugs, I remember them. From World 3. Two shards of sucker stone on that one. A bunch more slugs. Ceiling too. Oh, are you kidding me? I did not... My character sprite did not appear to be standing in the water. Either of those times. Either of those times. Just putting that out there. Oh well. We'll get close. A lot of slugs. That's a lot of slugs. Good grief. Do they ever stop? Seems like I might be in some terrible Twilight Zone of infinite slugs. This game has never done infinite enemies before. I don't think it's going to start now. But what do I know? Looks like maybe they are just going to keep dropping. Good lord. Right. So, just bulling past the slugs and getting to that body, we find that it's a sucker stone chunk. If you're inclined to care, there it is. And apparently the slugs can kill themselves. Anyway, I'm going to de-poison myself. I'm going to kill the ones that are actively following me. And then leave the rest. I really want to know why I can't hit this one. Doesn't make much sense to me. I also want to know why you would rather target him than the one that's on the island with you, dude. What the fuck? What the hell is going on with these hitboxes? I can't figure it out. It's pretty freaking wild, I'll tell you that. Anyway, well, whatever. If he wants to back off and ignore me, I'll let him stay alive. That seems fair. Okay. Let's force a save now. Alright, we're getting back to where I saw those depraved ones. There's also a body here. Hi, buddy. I want to put my Ring of Magical Sharpness back on. So I'm not in the water right now and I'm about to do actual combat. 6 Royal Lotus. Alright, here goes. Let's force a save before we fight these guys. Wait a minute. Did I put my ring? Yeah, I did fix my rings. That was with more damage? That seemed very difficult to kill for being fully geared out. I'm not going to complain too much. Now this one, I think, is a shaman. Bagged him too. He's got an old spice. It's nice. Alright. Oh, them down. Lo and behold, we've made it to another fog door. See if I can roll to it and not get poisoned. Hey, 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 we made it. Enter the fog. I find these flies unnerving. Oh, it's the merchant. They do always show up twice, don't they?
Hey, I know you. Won't you buy something? My poor child is sick. He needs your help. This place is a proper mound of rubbish. All the rot of the world, living or not, ends up here. I thank the stars that I still have my boy. Ever since that demon witch came here, everything has turned foul. This was a much better place before she came. I was the apple of every man's eye. You're here to rid us of it, aren't you? Well, don't show it any mercy. I thank the...
Alright.
Finished all, you wretched penny pincher.
Stay out of the water. But I do want to see what's on this body. 3 late moon grass. This place is gross, like in a really good, effective, atmospheric level design sort of way. I see you two. Bag them all. Get out of the water. There's a storied hero soul. They're coming at me. Let's force a save. I see a shaman over there. Hey, buddy. torched many a depraved one. I hear one still alive somewhere. I don't see it, though. There's 3 Widow's Lotus. Oh, hi. "21 rotten arrows." Oh, I'm curious about those. A unique arrow with a septic arrowhead. It causes the areas grazed on the target to rot off. Ranged attacks require that both a bow and arrows be equipped. I don't hear any more depraved ones. That's good. I think. Oh, now I do. And I see him in there, too. Come to Papa. Or don't. Bunch of them. They're everywhere. Got a shot at him from here if I can get in target distance. There we go. I'm always like, okay, let's force another save. Man, oh man. There's so many. I guess that's sort of the idea, but let's take a minute to regenerate my health. Because I did actually take some damage there. And my magic, plus my magic is getting low. Item back there that I haven't gotten yet. Oh no. There's a storied hero soul. Good, I wanted that. And there's a shard of faint stone. I don't think I cared about that, but I am certainly glad from the standpoint of completion. Alright, from what I can tell, I have to backtrack through the water now. I might as well keep my regeneration ring on. However briefly. Alright, back to the Ring of Sharpness. keep on keeping on, as they say. I hear even more of them somewhere. I don't see them yet, but they're definitely around. There's one. There's one in here. That one, wow, that one dropped a dark moongrass. Alright, there's another way in or out of this structure. There's another depraved one. Alright, let's regenerate after that little encounter. Back to magical sharpness. Okay, at this point I'm ready to say, alright, From Software, I get it. This structure has lasted long enough now. And that's what I'm inclined to say. That's what I'm feeling in my heart. Alright, I get it. Much plague, much terrible suffering. Enough of the plank maze filled to bursting with depraved ones. Oh hey. Now we're suddenly back on top. And suddenly I want to go back inside and make sure I've cleared the whole thing. Oh, it's a fraught relationship I have with complex mazes with lots of stuff in them. There's one. There's another. And here's some items. An unknown hero soul. A storied hero soul. They do seem inclined to reward my backtracking. A Shotel. Can't remember if I've seen one of those before or not. I hear more depraved ones, although I don't see them. I've been down there. Let's look at the Shotel right quick. A unique curved sword specially designed to counter shields. It can be awkward to use, but a wielder who can control it can greatly reduce the effect of the enemy's guard. It has an ominous silhouette and is said to be favored by a certain group of assassins. Well, okay. Let's go this way now. Where are you? Your sound is driving me crazy. Are you up there? There must be a way up there. Maybe that's what's this direction. Oh, hi! Or maybe I'm just hearing you. From a great distance. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, okay. Well, here we have a fog door. That says boss to me. Let's go the other way first. Yeah, that... Hi. That one is screaming boss to me. Oh, hi. I almost got ganked, but I saw movement just in time. Hello. There's an unknown hero soul. Okay, there is another level. Wow. I probably wasn't just paranoid about those sounds. There's a chunk of faint stone. Two shards of faint stone. Wonder if I can get to those like this. Nope. Okay. That, I think, might be it. So let's go explore over here. Because I saw that this platform keeps going. Shaman. Shaman's clothes, armbands, and tabi. And an unknown hero's soul. Now I'm gonna have to look at this shaman set. Clothes of a dubious heretical shaman. Bags to store knickknacks are attached all over. Some sort of foul-smelling tallow is also stuck to it. Shaman's armbands. Arm wrappings of a dubious heretical shaman. Some sort of foul-smelling tallow is also stuck to them. Shaman's tabi. Clothes of a dubious heretical shaman. The mangy sack-like wrap only covers below the ankle. Some sort of foul-smelling tallow is also stuck to them. I need to regenerate a bit. I think I'm going to need to cross the water. I can see a place where I think I can get back up over there. But I'm going to get poisoned at that distance. And there are goodies under here anyway. So I'm glad I took this dive. 2 dark moon grass. Two dark moon grass. Very nice. Let's get out of here. Unpoison ourselves. I think, yeah, I've got my regenerator's ring on right now. Alright, I finally don't hear anyone. There's a shard of faint stone. Let's get my ring of magical sharpness on again now that we're back at full health. So that detour is done. Let's see what's along this bridge. Oh, skeeters. Single shot with fire spray when I have my ring on. Duly noted. I see 2 more mosquitoes. Now I don't. There's an unknown hero soul. There's another mosquito. There's a depraved one. Don't fall. Nice. Depraved one. Second one. Hey, a crystal lizard. I don't even know what they drop in this zone. But we'll find out. There's a chunk of faint stone. There's a legendary soldier's soul. This feels like a shortcut. It is! Look, we're back at the very, very, very beginning. Holy cow. Alright, from here... I'm actually going to cross the water, get back to the platform I was originally stuck on, or fell off of. Regenerate, regenerate. We are at a pretty lovely point with all the critters dead. We can just march through here. Not really have to worry about much of anything. Alright, rather than take a dive, I'm going to go forward along these planks now. We should have some more depraved ones up here, I believe. Yep, there's one. My ring of magical sharpness back. I forgot, but it makes a big freaking difference. There's one. Alright, well. We got to fight the depraved ones. Hooray. And in the end, we got that black turpentine after all. Put my regeneration ring back on. That should just be the slug corpse from earlier. And that freakishly invincible slug, who's also still alive. Anyway, we're backtracking all to where the second fog door was now. There's another treasure we can find before we go deal with the boss. So you can see the treasure off that direction. Make sure I've got my regenerator's ring on. We're gonna go after it. I'm gonna save though. Hee hee hee! Let's go. Many mosquitoes. There's a storied hero soul. There's a slug. want to see what's up here. Another slug, for starters. Boy, we're getting high up. That's a little nerve-wracking. Hi, slug. This is like where they were all dropping from. Yeah, it's the slug mass. I wonder if I can actually, like, destroy it from up here. I need to use a spice. There's a shard of sucker stone. And there is a legendary hero's soul. Okay, let's leave the slug mass alone now. There's something we can get way back at ground level. Track all the way back to here. I think if we head off this way, we can find it. But I'm not 100% sure exactly where it is. So I am going to save before I commit to what could be a drastic misadventure. Alright everybody, let's give it a whirl. He's very cheesable with Soul Ray, as you can see. Good night. there it is, the Dirty Colossus' trophy. And we revived, which naturally I don't actually want yet. That's alright. Let's collect our souls, make our next visit to the Nexus, and go from there. The eroded demon soul. Let's have a look. Soul of the demon Dirty Colossus. It radiates a strong power. Grants the holder a large number of souls when used. Alternatively, it can be made into spells, miracles, or weapons. Alrighty, here we go. And then, all that was left was 4 bosses. I think. Alright, what's up?
Where the...
That's what Bjor has to say. Fair enough. Let's peek at our new Archstone after we chat with Patches.
Well.
Dirty Colossus Archstone. Archstone of the demon, Dirty Colossus. In a swamp infested by poisonous and vile creatures lies a filth-encrusted valley. The poor journey to this rotten place to offer their souls so that they might be freed from their suffering. What's up, Yuria?
Are you certain it would honor? Are you sure?
Can you do anything with Dirty Colossus? Looks like no.
If the demon is cursed, Freyk's power comes from... I owe my life. If you're... It is a dark...
Better than having you. He's on the verge. I see.
What about you, Freyk?
Bravo! Thank you. I am once our
Acid Cloud. Spell from the demon Dirty Colossus' soul. Generates a cloud of acid which corrodes equipped armor and weapons.
We were wrong to... I am fully... I can...
Alrighty, off we go. Let's visit Stockpile Thomas.
Thank goodness I was what?
Got plenty to deposit.
If only
Alrighty.
we are in.
Baldwin.
I can full...
Please repair my stuff.
Deep inside the bone. Do come.
Oh,
Do you have... Old Freyk and the cat... Yes, I said, but you...
Alright, not much to do with the eroded soul.
Yet if the root, then they she.
Unless you want Acid Cloud. Which I don't. We'll head upstairs and commit suicide after we get our soul power. So let's use up our soul items. Oops. I should just go that way. 4 unknown hero souls. Seven storied hero souls. Two legendary soldier souls. Those are 8,000 each. And legendary hero soul, I think this is our first one. It's a whopping, it's 10,000. And then the dirty Colossus soul, the eroded demon soul. Let me see how much it is. 40,000. Bam. Alright, let's get soul power and talk to the maiden.
Thou seekest then I keep the soul of the mind.
We're doing vitality now.
Ether. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted, so art thou done? Main that.
Alright, let's go check on my world tendency. Valley of Defilement looks good. It might already be at pure white now. So I don't think I've ever died. I don't think I've died there in body form. So nothing has moved it toward black. And I have killed 2 bosses, which I think bumps it up. Yeah, it should be at 90% white. Talk with the monumental. Doubt anything's changed, but we'll check anyway.
The old one. The old one.
Alright, there we go. So. We always commit suicide, so we play in soul form. I've learned that as a way to avoid suffering from the unintended movement toward black world tendency. So let's go retrieve those souls. And then next up, we're going to head back to World 3 to the Man-Eater Archstone. And we're going to fight the old monk. But that, of course, is going to be in another episode. There's that blood stain. There it is. Alright everybody, that's gonna do it for me for this episode of Let's Play Demon's Souls. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that sweep through the swamp of sorrow and the valley of defilement, I hope you'll like the video and consider subbing to the channel. If you enjoy my content or you want to discuss it, the best place to do that is my Discord server. That link is in the video description. And if you care to support the channel, the best way to do that is by supporting me on Patreon. That link is also in the video description. Patreon supporters get to nominate and vote for games they'd like to see played. I'd like to see you there. I hope you do that. But even if you don't, I want to thank you for the time you spent with me watching, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time.